Tax from junction, Impala Plains junction with Triple M. Should I head north or south? Here we go. Guys, there's something I can't really hear what's going on now. Oh, he's just made a kill. Hold on. Looks like Madiba's just made a kill. He's caught a domestic dog. I'm not sure. It could have come in from the villages. This is not something we see very normally. We're going to have a look. It's going to be quite difficult for you guys. So this is very unusual behavior. Occasionally domestic dogs will move through from the community areas. This is not something we see every day. So it looks like he's just caught this domestic dog.
No, that's what you call a dog catcher.
So, sorry guys, I'm a bit of a loss of words at the moment. When I first saw it, it looked like a steenbok, but obviously we can see now it is not a steenbok. So obviously one of these domestic dogs has wandered through from the fence line into the reserve. And of course, this is a reality that happens quite often all over Africa. Leopards are actually very fond of dogs, and in areas where a lot of the natural prey has been removed, they will feed off domestic dogs. There's a population of leopards that live within the city of Durban in South Africa, in a ravine area called Kloof, that feed off domestic dogs regularly. And also the leopards that live around Johannesburg and stuff like that will also regularly feed off dogs.
Right when it passed the, and I got the whole video.
And it is a reality of living in the bush.
Young leopard, so
So obviously this is also one of the dangers. Domestic dogs pose a really big danger to a lot of wildlife. They are one of the carriers of rabies and canine distemper and other diseases. Fortunately, there were 2 dogs, actually. I've just heard from Tax that he just grabbed one, and the fact that there are 2 dogs, it's very unlikely that they are carrying rabies or whatnot, but this is definitely not something we see on a daily basis. You might find even the 2 dogs might have tried to chase him and then pushed him into this position of having to catch one of them.
Right there, that's where the first jump.
And this is a first for me in the Sabi Sands. I have occasionally seen domestic dogs that have meandered into the park. This is the first time I've ever seen a leopard catch one and take it up a tree. Tax, did he bumper both?
Just bumper one. The emu was coming that side and the dog was just running on the road. Surprise was just coming. When we saw Surprise coming from the other side, we thought he's coming with the 2 emu. And when we get close, so dog and
So there's quite a lot of giggles going on between the rangers and trackers around here. This is definitely not a normal sighting. And this is a perfect example how all predators out here are opportunists. So he has seen an opportunity at a relatively easy meal and he has taken it.
I thought he was gonna go for the warthog, you know?
Yeah.
They're too big.
Have you told them others in the
West?
West?
I tried, but they were all bumper tire. I don't know if maybe they dig up.
Okay. Sorry guys, just any station in the West copying me. If you are copying me, we have Madiba has caught a domestic dog, Triple M Junction Impala Plains.
Oh no, it's still alive, yeah.
Now I'm gonna put my boya.
So as you can see, the dog is expired now. It is no longer with us. He will feed on it. He will take an opportunity to get that meat. And Ginny's wondering, is this possibly one of his bigger kills? And I think possibly it could be. It's probably about the same size as Steenbok, maybe a little bit bigger, but definitely one of his bigger kills that we've witnessed. Not to say he's made other kills at different stages. It's a Torchwood vehicle, taxi. Well, Surprise was surprised when he found the leopard with the dog, and he's laughing very much now. So I actually am at a loss of words, and that doesn't happen very often. But
but the dog's still alive. Why doesn't he kill it yet?
He'll kill it.
So the dog gave up?
Yeah, he'll never do it.
so it actually looks like that dog is still alive. He hasn't actually killed it yet. I just saw a bit of movement on the neck. So I'm quite sure that the dog is very badly wounded, even though it is not dead yet. I don't think it's going to make an escape from this. And I'm quite sure it will die from its injuries, and it's probably in so much shock now it's not feeling anything. So guys, it looks like the dog is almost dead. It's probably going to die from internal injuries from those bites. Obviously this is a very unusual sighting and not something we see often. There is a possibility that these dogs are poachers' dogs that are being used for hunting, and domestic dogs like this are used all around Africa for hunting small to medium-sized antelope, so Steenbok, and it is possible that they were part of a hunting party that have now got separated or whatnot, and this young leopard has come across this. There we go. He is going in for the rest of the kill. Guys, we are coming towards the end of the sunrise safari, and I know for a lot of you who are pet owners, this is probably going to be a very difficult sighting to watch, and I think the dog is pretty much dead now, and we'll have to call in the Sabi Sands. And obviously there are risks involved with domestic animals carrying diseases like distemper and rabies into the reserve. So we are going to close the show shortly. We are going to stay with us for the last few minutes, and I'm going to say goodbye from Jamie and Brian while we stay here with young Madiba and his canine prey. So it's been great having you guys on this sunrise safari. It has been a bit quiet, and those lions managed to avoid us for the majority of the drive. And hopefully those Birminghams will pop up sometime during the day. And I think Scott and James, after being fooled by them, will definitely try go out after breakfast. We all will, to see if we can find those lions, and hopefully young Madiba will enjoy his meal of dog. And so I know a lot of you might be shocked to see a domestic dog in the jaws of a leopard, but it is quite a common occurrence in Africa, in rural Africa, that leopards feed off dogs, and it is nature, and it is part of living in the bush. And this dog is definitely from outside of the Sabi Sands. It's come in from the communities. As I said, it could be a poaching dog. It could just be a dog who wandered down the wrong road. And leopards frequently feed off domestic animals where there are people close by. So this is nothing unusual. I know it is quite a shocking sight for a lot of you, but please don't worry about it. It is nature, and a leopard is an apex predator, and it is an opportunist, so it will take these chances to get food. And well, young Madiba is going to be quite happy. He's got a meal for the next day or so. So guys, we're going to wish you a fond day or night wherever you might be. Thanks again for all the questions, and we will see you on the sunset safari. Hopefully those Birmingham boys make an appearance, and we definitely will be following up on young Madiba again. So we're going to leave you looking at Madiba for the last few seconds. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.